For the final time tonight, welcome back to the 11th Esports World Championship here in Seoul, South Korea. My name is Rapid. I'm here with Brian Choi. We are finishing up our day one coverage of eFootball PES 2020. Now, we've gotten a chance to see a lot of competitors today, and so coming into our final game, let's go ahead and see which competitors we're going to round out our day with.
First, we have Dragos Ivan from North Macedonia. First appearance, I believe. Actually, no. He lost to the Tunisian representative 2-3. So he's 0-1 thus far in this group.
That's right. Ivan, of course, his real name, Noom, not the real name of our Thai competitor here. Despite the fact that I would change my name to Noom in a heartbeat. He is here to represent not only Thailand for himself and his team, the jersey that he's wearing there. And for the most part, we've actually seen a remarkable speed of scoring from Noom that no other player has been really able to equal. I think he scored within the first 3 minutes of his first game.
Yeah, and it will be very crucial. Can he carry that momentum from the previous match to this one and get a 6 points on the standing board?
Can certainly help him. Let's go ahead and get into our final game of the night. It is another Juventus mirror. So those same players we've been watching for a while, turns out they're still pretty good.
And just showed on the screen, both have the tight marking tactic activated. Ivan towards Higuain, and I believe Noom was on Ronaldo.
Makes a lot of sense to put it there, but you're right. That is going to change things. What do you think the reasoning behind that is going to be going into our final match here?
So basically, both players are saying, we're not giving any space for you to make any sort of plays. So particularly, if you put time marking on Ronaldo, that means you're not going to allow him to not only make plays, but also for him to score.
Oh my God,
loose ball.
That ball
and
was
Noom
live forever.
Yeah, and Noom just completely capitalized on that.
Holding up his controller. There it is. He's got the hot hand.
Yeah.
Dragos Ivan not looking so hot on his side. This is, again, a very, very fast score. First time it was 3 minutes. Now it's 8.
Well, it seems like thus far he's been carrying that momentum from the second match of the evening cast till now.
Team is commando, and let's take another look at this. How did that ball stay live for that long?
That was just a clumsy pass from Pjanic, and Rabiot just intercepted and just scored off.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at this. The turnover, you can watch it in slow motion. Kind of like a train wreck. He bounces off his foot, and he's like, okay, time to bounce it off my foot into the net. Beautiful goal to start things off for Noom on the board, 1-0.
And this may change the dynamic or the landscape of this match now.
I mean, it's certainly not enough to just play D for the rest of the game. Plenty of time to work with. Let's see if we can have finally our first turnaround, because it's been remarkably not one-sided but singular. One player scores and he just doesn't stop. So on the counterattack, not going to happen. Rebound out to Ronaldo. Douglas Costa now actually out of mid. Or is he still playing mid? I didn't actually catch. I think he's still on that right wing.
Yeah, he's on the right side of the pitch. Needs to be very meticulous making those passes. Yeah, these kind of turnovers will just kill you.
Absolutely. Forward Rabiot, Ronaldo there for the reception. Over to Douglas Costa.
Ramsey. Costa has some space.
That's right. Kicks it back, but unfortunately right there to intercept. It does appear as if, Noom has started to kind of really meet his match here, but he's still up 1-0 on the board. Ronaldo with the reception. Rebound out once again. Douglas there to receive it.
Ronaldo!
Beautifully done, tying things up. Dragos Ivan on the board from North Macedonia.
Well, these loose balls needs to be cleaned up. Both players.
That's right. We do need to clean up on aisle. I don't know what aisle this is. 1. It's one of them. Dragos Ivan, you can see he was a little bit frustrated after giving up that very, very fast first goal to Noom, but now a little bit more encouraged.
There are too many loose balls coming out from the boxes. And Ronaldo's caliber, he ain't missing that one for sure.
Nope, not at that range.
Yeah.
Lines
he
it up.
can't turn the ball
No
over.
defender even near. That is just picture perfect there. Ronaldo, hot hand and a hot foot there at the end. He is very excited about that, and deservedly so.
Indeed. Now we're all tied 1-1.
The only
Back to
improvement-
square one. Rapid.
I feel like if the player that scores taunts in the game, the player in real life should also taunt, just to show solidarity. Ronaldo with the reception. Of course, which Ronaldo is the point now?
Dybala.
Forward to Dybala.
Oh, great body block from Chiellini.
Stripped by Ramsey. Rabiot can't catch up to it in time. Now, Alexandro, what was that?
A clean sliding tackle right there.
Yeah,
forcing turnover.
It's rare that you get a chance to see that. Now, who wasn't sure who that was off of, but the rebound will come through here. Noom able to control that out to Chiellini.
Noom's trying to work on that right side of the pitch and try to converge to the center.
Yeah, he's got
field.
Douglas Costa right there.
Dybala has some
pushing
space.
It forward. He's going to move
Ronaldo.
it on up to Ronaldo.
Oh, ample space to utilize, and
this was almost a little bit of deja vu from earlier before, or reverse deja vu, where you feel something happened in the present that has happened in the past, not the future.
yeah, and you don't get this kind of opportunity too often. Got to capitalize on it.
Corner kick coming in. Dybala gets the range, but a little bit narrow. Just able to lock that one down all the way out to Ronaldo in midfield.
Too close to the keeper. It's 3-on-3.
Matuidi still maintains control. Pass up.
Yeah, great convergence onto Higuain right there. That tight marking coming into play.
Still turnover. Douglas to Ronaldo, back to Ramsey, forward to
Dybala.
Dybala. Got to catch up.
Plenty
to
of
it.
space in
If
front of
he
him.
does, he's got this great opportunity. Back
Great
out.
save by
Ronaldo
Jenny.
can't get back to it in time. Yeah, beautiful save there. That was, again, like a very similar setup to our previous goal.
Yeah, and the deflection just barely out of Ronaldo's side.
I feel like if he had faked left instead of committing left and then gone right there, the keeper was a little bit over-converted, or over-committed.
TD.
Back out to Alessandro. Resetting, but still with a lot of room to move. 35 minutes
Great
in.
counterattack coming in.
1-1.
from
Ronaldo
Ivan.
there to pick it up. Can he
get
put
it?
it back down?
Can he get it?
Oh,
Yeah.
he gets the rebound. Beautifully played there, right over the top of the defender and in for a second score, and for the first time all day today.
Indeed. Not the cleanest, but doesn't matter. As long as you get that score on the scoreboard, I think that's all that matters. And Ronaldo got the
Macedonia.
job done.
Drago now up 2-1 from having lost the first goal, the first shift in momentum.
Yeah,
that we've
as
seen
soon
all
as,
day.
as soon as he saw the number of players at his box from Noom, he initiated the counterattack with that long through pass, and it just connected perfectly to Ronaldo. And Ronaldo, given that much space with his sheer speed, with his finishing, can get it done. And he got it done.
Yeah, and the high bounce here is really what kind of threw the keeper off. You can see it bounces high, and he can't find the ball, and it just goes over and in. The second goal of the game, North Macedonia now extremely happy with that result.
Yeah,
There you
taking
go.
the advantage
Ugh.
because
Saved.
one goal difference may seem little, but it can be substantial as well. So we have seen some of the matches just end in a one-score difference.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to win by a lot. Sometimes a little is still enough. And, you know, for North Macedonia, I believe he is down 0-1 so far in as far as his score line.
Yeah,
Overall in the group, so needing to put a win on the board
get those 3 points.
would absolutely be huge after that early deficit. So, gonna get back right into this. Ronaldo.
Oh.
Was that a Ronaldo kick?
Yeah.
I didn't actually catch that.
It was Ronaldo.
Yeah, he did usher that on in, and of course,
Apparently the
right
tight
on
marking
out.
didn't come into play at that point because Ronaldo had some space to work with.
Yeah, he sure did. Now out to Dybala, to Celio.
Cecilio.
I'm working on it one step at a time.
Sloppy
Bonucci,
pass
much
once again.
easier Italian name to pronounce. Forward, unfortunately, intercepted, but I feel like Douglas Costa doesn't know which team he's playing on. I guess they are both Juventus, so it's easy to get confused.
Sees Ronaldo.
Whoa, Ronaldo in possession.
Bottom
Ramsey.
right, Ramsey.
He's got it.
Got it.
He's going for it.
Oh, Bala gets the bounce back shot.
The easy one, and all of a sudden, North Macedonia on fire.
Wow. I mean, all I can say is that he has been effective for the past 25 minutes in this match with his counterattacks.
I'm glad they zoomed in on his hand because that is extremely good. His control is just looking incredible. We had a goal in our first 8 minutes of play, keep in mind, for Noom. But ever since then, it's been all Macedonia all the time. And I definitely did not expect that for sure.
Yeah, and from that replay, once Chiellini failed to deny that pass and the pass successfully connected,
it was almost too perfect.
It was not much chance to begin with.
Ooh, a beautiful little bicycle kick out to eject that as far away from the net as possible. Saves it, but still inbound.
Showing some attitude here.
Yeah, for sure. Into Douglas Costa, out to Ronaldo. The header. Not quite going to have the distance to get into the net, but that is going to do it our first half. In the books, 3-1 for North Macedonia.
Well, I guess this may be the one outlier match, despite having the first blood by Noom.
Yeah, you thought you had seen it all today? No! Epic
Ivan
action
just
here.
Came back, just banging on Noom's net with those counterattacks, sharp ones, including the equalizer from that loose ball as well.
You know, if you played PES 2019, you might have thought that you understood things. No, it is clear with eFootball 2020, the commitment to esports is really being shown here, and with incredible plays like that, coming back and really showing us that even if all day long we can have a dominant player get a first goal and follow that momentum through, not always. North Macedonia, Dragos really coming forward with a lot of resilience, able to, even though he lost that goal at the first 8 minutes, come back with 3 goals in a row. Looks like we're ready for our second half, so let's get back into it.
Noom has to start making some adjustments.
Now for Noom, some of these adjustments are coming through. Saw a couple right there, and I don't know if that's the secret sauce, but certainly switching sides is going to help. Let's see if he can get a shot. Goal! It goes in again!
The golden rule of thumb.
I mean, this is like Noom style for sure.
Yeah, you got to be careful the first 5 minutes of the half and also the last 5 minutes of every half.
I mean, this is the second time he's done that so far today. So already the most remarkable consistency I've seen from any player. It's just 3 for 3 on first 10 minutes of a half scoring. That's pretty impressive.
Also, to touch on
that footwork there. Oh my God.
Great maneuver. Great maneuver to create the slightest space, and Ronaldo got it off. 3-2.
Yeah, now 3-2, a 1-point game, whereas it looked like Dragos was about to run away with things. Noom back on the board, only a 1-point deficit.
And also, some of the adjustments that Noom has made, he placed Alexandro and Matidi on a more defensive side. So he's definitely trying to bolster the defensive end, especially on the left side of the pitch. So he's going to try to deny any sort of throw-ins, but
Dybala's got a great shot. The header from Ronaldo!
And that was just a bad mispositioning from Noom's end.
Beautiful goal there to once again extend the Northern Macedonian lead to 2 goals as we enter the second half.
Great capitalization by Dragos Ivan. That right side just completely got blanked. And I don't know where Matidi and Alexandra went at that point.
Not where they needed to be. That's my expert analysis. Well, we're looking at it again, and just nothing but net here. Wide open field. And the pass for the header That's just adding a little bit of style points on in there. But if you
Yeah,
have to ensure the goal, I mean, Ronaldo's a great player to give it to.
Yeah, great header. And Alexandro was completely beaten. Makiti was way out in the front for an odd reason. So despite that early consolation goal, it's back behind 2.
Man, as fast as Noom was able to score, almost just as quickly, he gave that point right back away. And now 2 points in about 30 minutes to do it. Can he do it? Yes,
What?
he can.
That was just astonishing.
Man, how fast the times are changing here. I don't think we've seen a game this back and forth ever today.
Wow. Is there some complacency kicking in for Dragus Ivan?
You know,
Or
if
is
we just take turns trading goals, I'm okay with that. An action-packed final match of the night here to close out the first day of competition, the 11th Esports World Championships. Take a look at that. A little bit more of a long ranger, but then the follow-up a little bit too surprising.
Dybala just had enough space to make angular trajectories that whichever he wanted. So with the great finishing that Dybala possesses, I mean, yeah, it's going to go through the net, especially with the caliber of player like Noom.
Well, it's not quite going through the net. We don't have angels in the goalkeeper, or whatever the sequel that never happened there would have been called. I don't know what to expect from the rest of this time, but I absolutely am sure, without a shadow of a doubt, we're going to see more back and forth goals just like that. And honestly, that already makes this one of the most exciting games of the day.
Also, it's very curious what kind of further adjustments or adjustments to the adjustments that both players are currently making.
Yeah, very true. We don't see any substitutions after the half, but let's keep an eye as we continue in one goal after another. And now Noom really needs to tie this up to try to retake the lead because time is running out.
Yeah, time is definitely working against it, but 30 minutes, I think is still plenty to work with as well. Now, for Dragus Ivan's side.
Oh, for Douglas Costa. Can he maintain control of the ball? Looks like he's trying to pass it off to Ramsey.
Yeah,
Loses it.
Great sweep by Chiellini and clear out.
Yeah, reverse Douglas Costa, able to maintain control for a second. Then right back at it again, Noom. Moving ball up through center field.
Ramsey to Dybala, working on that center side. Looking at the weak side, Rabiot.
Can he keep control? Yeah, just going to get it out of there. Back to Alessandro. Reset. Chiellini out to Delit.
Pass.
Makes it past Ramsey to Ronaldo.
Oh
Goal again!
Wow.
How does Noom do it? We're at almost a goal a minute here, and you can really see the emotion starting to play in there. Noom able to bring this back to an even game.
Great equalizer, and this is going to be problematic for Dragus Ivan because after that tactical adjustments, I saw there were 2 features on the defensive end. First was placing Makiti more defensively, and second was swarming the box, meaning he wasn't going to give any sort of space to any of those attackers of Noom to get space to take a shot. And the defenders completely botched that right now. So
4-4 the scoreline after 67 minutes. Mirror matchup that's about as mirrored as it could possibly be.
Indeed.
Yep, we've seen Noom already pick up a win here, but for Dragus Ivan, he is still looking to put a win on the board for Northern Macedonia. Let's see if he's able to follow through. He's had a lead multiple times in this series. Can he take it back?
Ricochet allowed him to have a little bit more possession, but he lost it in the end. And now Noom back on the aggressive end again.
And Ronaldo forward, Dybala can't.
A little bit too elongated.
Control it. Yeah, it's optimistic, we'll call it that. See if we do actually have a substitution, because if there is ever a time for another one of those clutch substitutions like we saw in Noom's last series, I think it's safe to say the time is now.
Well, will Noom succeed the power of subs from Misiek? apparently both of them were sitting on the right side, so let's see if that's the magical spot for the super subs.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a great trait to have, especially when you need that extra little bit of help to bring the game home. Obviously, having a tied game at this point is, I think, closer than any other game we've had today. So this is already probably the most exciting match of the night. I mean, it's certainly delivering final match of the night, and you can really tell that both competitors are really just leaving it out on the E field.
Well, if both players are going to get aggressive and maintain that aggression, I think probably Quadrado will also be a feasible option for sub. And definitely Mandzukic as well, because he has that super sub trait for sure. So.
We've seen that come in again.
So Bala goes out and Bernardeschi places him. Okay, Khedira in place of Rabiot, Emre Can for Ramsey. So basically, definitely just rotating out the midfielders because due to the stamina drain, and just trying to refuel that midfielders and try to just play the tempo game from the center of the field, which has been the golden rule throughout the entirety of today.
Chan very fresh off the sub into Ronaldo, who's been in the whole game and killing it. But a reset will not allow him to score just yet. Rabiot off the rebound, now over to Pjanic.
Ronaldo.
Pass up to Dybala. Ooh, that
reckless challenge there.
Is a rough one, I think, as we see this replay.
That's a great spot for Pjanic to make a play, like we saw on the first game.
Yep. Beautiful wall set up. We'll see if Dybala can make it happen. A tie game for now. Over and caught. Szczesny able to control that, resetting up through midfield and received by, looks like Ronaldo. Controlling that for New.
That deflection completely absorbed the power of that kick. And costly turnover there. Pjanic.
Now to Ronaldo, who has control. Looks like Bonucci comes out with the ball.
Yeah, but it's another crucial turnover.
Perfect dive there. Chiellini comes out with it. Now Douglas Costa off to Ronaldo again. Bernardeschi not able to grab it out of the field.
Great marking by Deli right there. Cutting off that passing lane.
Past Chan. Nope.
Okay, he saw the weak side.
Yeah,
Dybala.
forward to Dybala.
Ronaldo.
Got Ronaldo right there.
Oh, great save by Szczesny.
Shoots, and it's just immediate, received into the loving arms. Szczesny able to stop that from destabilizing our very stable 4-4 score.
Yeah, even though it didn't get caught on Ronaldo's stronger foot, but he still has a decent weak foot accuracy. But Szczesny, clutch save right there.
Absolutely clutch, man. This game is balanced on a nice edge as we enter the 89th minute. It's looking more and more likely that we might actually have a draw as the outcome of this very volatile match. I was worried I jinxed it there for a brief moment, but it looks like at the end we have another 3 minutes. Plenty of time for a goal, by the way, and if anybody can do it, it's Noom.
This is your chance. Khedira. Subpar speed, taking the
lobbing it into Ronaldo. Nope, right back the other way, and I think this is going to end it. A 4-4 score for our first tie of the day. About the mirroriest of mirror matches we've seen.
Indeed, 4 goals apiece.
Incredibly close competition. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it too, New.
I think both players will be having some regrets in regards to this match, because either one of them could have just sealed this one like a done deal, but yeah, those crucial turnovers and that lightning speed goals from Noom, if he just cleaned his defense a little bit more, then he could have, sealed this one.
What an exciting way to close out our day for this eFootball PES 2020 competition. You know, the action is only going to heat up over the further days of this 11th Esports World Championship. So if you thought today's games were exciting, it's only going to get better and better as the tournament draws on. So yeah, a lot of exciting games today, but I think coming up tomorrow, we have our semifinal matches as we enter the playoff phase. So that is going to be a lot on the line, of course, this season. And then, of course, we have the final matches a couple days from now. And it's almost impossible to predict who's going to be there.
Definitely, and especially only the winner for each group advances to the next phase.
Pretty harsh.
Yeah, but sometimes it is harsh.
That's
Life
true.
is harsh. And
looks like we are finally ready to show you guys the match results from all of today's games, groups A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and maybe more. So let's go ahead and show you guys the match results from our first day of competition.
all right, we had 5 wins and 1 tie.
Even that tie, I think, at the end of the day, was probably the most exciting game so far. In the end, just really showcased how strong
It was
Thailand and North Macedonia are.
Yeah, it was definitely eye-pleasing. And I think they still have some rooms of improvement to work on. So if they can make some adjustments for tomorrow, then who knows, no?
Well, as our players adjust to the tournament, I think the games are just going to keep getting better and better. And while that's what our game results look like from today, keep in mind we have an entire field of incredibly talented e-athletes competing this year at the 11th Esports World Championship. And of course, if eFootball PES 2020 is not your thing, we're going to be coming back tomorrow with all of the esports titles at this World Championship this year. So on behalf of myself and Brian, and of course Aqua, our other commentator on this stream, thank you so much for watching day number 1 of the 11th Esports World Championship. We'll see you right back tomorrow for day 2.